Where do the Bills go from here?
They go to a voodoo expert. No, I don't know.
They need to go to an exorcism.
They need to really uplift this curse, man.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Think RBA podcast. It's your boy Ken, my guy Hack.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Little short hiatus, but guess who's back?
Back
again.
Exactly.
Yeah, Think RBA's back.
Absolutely.
We back. We didn't go nowhere. Just life lifed, but we're back.
Absolutely.
And we're back just in time for Championship Sunday.
Oh, no.
Championship Sunday. But before we talk about the championship games that we just watched and we discuss our Super Bowl preview, there's one little piece of business we got to button up, right?
Sure.
You know, our friends at the other podcast, the Pivot, and when they talk about, you always got to button up your business, right?
Absolutely.
We have been talking in multiple episodes throughout the entirety of the NFL season about what was happening on the field and then the fantasy side.
Fake world.
The fake world, as you like to call it, the fantasy football side. And so during this time, our fantasy football, league concluded.
Correct.
And like the Chiefs, we have a back-to-back winner.
We do.
So
we do.
I would just like to take a minute.
Sure.
I'm going to grab this and I'm going to ask our producer, the GOAT, Antonio, to give me a little Roman Reigns theme music while I go ahead and I raise the belt as the winner of the Low Expectations Fantasy League. And we all, you got to do the Roman Reigns. You got to acknowledge me.
Okay.
Put your ones up.
Okay.
And acknowledge.
That's it?
Your winner. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you put your ones up?
Sure.
You can acknowledge me?
Sure.
Acknowledge me. I'm very happy to say that the belt will stay home.
So that's what I was going to say. I'm glad you won. Either you or I, one of us won. So the belt stays here.
The belt stays here for at least another year.
Yeah.
So, my baby is back.
I appreciate you. Why don't you put it in the middle of the table?
Okay. Yeah. Let's
display it correctly.
Let that display all episode.
Absolutely. Like the low expectations that we had. But
I just want to hit the Roman Reigns music.
No, that was beautiful.
And put our ones up.
Absolutely.
So,
that's quite
all my wrestling fans will get that one.
That's quite the belt. That's right.
It's a nice belt.
It is a nice belt.
It's a heavy duty belt.
It is a heavy duty belt.
It was a good investment from shout out to my brother-in-law.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, with that, on to the Championship Sunday. So that's the most important order of business. Playoffs have been an interesting ride.
Yeah.
We had some upsets, right?
Yes, sir.
I think the Washington Commanders overthrowing the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Number 1 seed, tough.
Yes.
Tough. Went on a little magical Cinderella ride. In the AFC, not so much, kind of what we expected.
Yeah. Business as usual.
The Ravens, we didn't know. Ravens and Bills was a great game too.
It was.
Came down to the end, but kind of we expected where we were at.
We expected the matchup we got.
I don't know if we expected the Eagles and Commanders, though.
No, I'm talking about the flip side.
Yeah, no. So definitely not the Commanders. Commanders, we shout out to them for a magical season. But that magical season came crashing down tonight.
It did.
Or today in a really bad way. The Eagles basically took their division rival, laid them over their laps, and just spanked them. It was bad.
Wow.
55,
is that the visual you want to?
55-23. That is a spanking.
That is a spanking. That's quite the beatdown. I did not expect. I expected a little bit closer game, on the flip side, right? Chiefs, Bills, but again, Saquon, Jalen Hurts doing what they do. On the flip side, you got a rookie quarterback, right? On the flip side, Commanders. Listen, the fact that he got them this far. Imagine what he's going to do in his career going down the line. So if I was a Commanders fan, I'm super thrilled. If we made it this far, where can this guy take us?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed it, right? Because, the Commanders are all around here, right?
Oh, yeah. Heavy Commanders and Ravens fans around.
The facilities are around here, everything.
Oh, that's right. So, the practice facility close by.
But, you could feel there was like a little different energy in and around the DMV.
Bro, we were at Costco today.
Is it packed?
Bro, it was like, I haven't seen this many Commanders gear in one place outside of the stadium. It was packed.
Yeah.
And then people were talking like, "Go Eagles!" I'm like, "Shut your mouth!" And you could hear it throughout Costco. Like, I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" Yeah, it got like that today, but it's fun though. It's only good fun.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a different.
Oh yeah, the vibe was
energy
different.
In the city for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's so many aspects, so many things that I want to talk about with this. Like, yeah, there's the rookie quarterback part, right? But then again, it's like, it's not guaranteed. He might go his whole career and never get back here again. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you just never know.
That's true.
To be that close. Shout out to Dan Quinn, man, former Falcons coach. I mean, I know things kind of went rough for him at the end, but look, he took our team to the Super Bowl.
He did.
And largely, I don't think he gets criticized for the Super Bowl loss, right? A lot of people put that on Kyle Shanahan for the play calling and whatnot. You know, he's a player's coach. He's a motivator.
He is.
He will get the most. Like, he coached that team well. That team was not an NFC championship caliber team. And by the way, they go into the offseason with, I think in the NFC, they have the most money cap space wise.
Oh.
Like, can you imagine how much better they can get? Like, and the thing is like, when you can strike gold on a rookie quarterback and play out that rookie quarterback deal, right?
Right.
And because then you can buy stars and
build
bigger players to build around before you have to go pay that exorbitant, quarterback contract. Commanders may be a tough out for a while.
Yeah.
Be a tough out for a while.
Hey.
But then on the flip side, and also, by the way, Commanders fans, like, are they not rejoicing 10 times harder that they're free of the Dan Snyder era?
That's right.
Like, is this the curse that, like...
Curse got lifted.
This whole year? Did they just get lifted from the Dan Snyder curse?
This might be it, man.
Is it gone?
Might be the start of something beautiful.
Like, they literally renamed the stadium. They've redone everything.
Right.
And who knows, and we're not going to get into it, going to say I've heard the little rumblings, with all that's going on in the world, you might have an old name return.
Oh, a what?
An old team name return.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's been rumblings about it.
Interesting.
Been rumblings.
Interesting.
And given the state of things in the world, it wouldn't be totally shocking.
That's a great point.
Wouldn't be totally shocking.
Wouldn't be shocking.
I don't know. But I feel like they've like ripped that Band-Aid into they're in a new era. Let's not go backwards. Right. Like,
I would say so.
We want to keep the positive momentum that we got going forward.
Hey, whatever your name is, it doesn't matter.
Hi, my name is.
You got to go handle business.
That's right. Well, you know who did handle business? Was Jalen Hurts. That was a beautiful segue. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, the New York Giants. Bruh.
Seriously.
Like, nobody was fired. The GM and coach are still there, retained. But they did that off-season Hard Knocks, right? And the owner was like, I'm going to be sick if I see him in Philly, basically. And sure enough, not only do you see him in Philly, but like he's playing at an MVP caliber.
Oh, absolutely.
I know people, he's not going to get the MVP. I got it. But he's playing at MVP level.
I mean, I was telling Tej and I were talking about it. I was like, Saquon Barkley this season is what Christian McCaffrey was forecasted or predicted to be.
Yeah.
That's what he is right now.
Yep. No, I mean, like, it's incredible. I mean, just in the last couple of games, I mean, he's broken off 60, 70 plus yard touchdown runs.
It's insane. Multiple touchdown runs.
Like, just with ease. He would have had 4 touchdowns today if he didn't get tripped up at the one and then push.
Right.
So Jalen got 3 instead. 7 rushing touchdowns.
Insane.
But seriously, like, the Giants, like, you got to be sick watching that for us Giants fans.
All I know is this. If the Eagles win, they owe the Giants an obligatory ring. If you pack it up and mail it to
the owner, the GM,
and the coach, and have a nice handwritten note in there saying thank you for the gift, and whatever it is, and just let's keep that rivalry broiling even longer. I mean, why not? If he wins, it's going to be the Kawhi Leonard story.
Yeah.
Spurs traded him to Toronto. They win from one of those stories.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just like, it's one thing to say, all right, we don't feel like we want to pay this player this much, but to let them walk for nothing to a division rival and then almost run for 2,000 yards and go to the Super Bowl, potentially win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And be like the guy.
Right.
Like he's the engine right now of that offense.
And all he did was switch state lines.
Barely,
right.
Probably didn't even have to change his address.
Probably not. It's crazy. So thank you from the Eagles. Thank you,
man. Well, I know Eagles fans are so glad that they have him.
I'm sure they are.
He's a monster. He's a beast. Jalen did his thing.
You know what's beautiful about that is that he went to school there.
Yeah, that's
so he's not even like it's familiar territory to him.
Yeah, but like where he went to school is very far away from Philly. You know, those are my old stomping grounds.
I got you.
So like when I grew up on that side of the state, we didn't think about Philly like that.
Not like that? No. Oh, okay. Because
we were closer to Pittsburgh and Harrisburg. It's like kind of like the so State College is all the way over.
I see.
By, closer to Pittsburgh.
I got you. But I'm sure they're glad to claim him.
Yeah, I know. And people think Pennsylvania, it's like there's only two real cities. It's Pittsburgh and Philly, right? And you're on either side of the state. Far apart. But you're not thinking about, like, I'm sure people in Philly are thinking about Pittsburgh. And they're two very different places.
Got it.
Within the same state.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like
it's
Pittsburgh is like an old... it's Steel Town, right? Steelers, right? Steel mines, coal, like that very like old timey type of town. And then there's Philly, which is not that. So I'm just gonna say not that. It's not
a good way to sum it up. It's not that.
I'm trying to stay like
politically correct.
Switzerland, like it's not that. So it's just very, very different. Different environments, different cultures, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, Philly, like Jalen Hurts did his thing. AJ Brown, Devontae, like they were clicking on all cylinders. But you know who I want to shout out the most is I want to shout out, first of all, the Eagles GM.
Okay.
Howie Roseman, my goodness gracious. Besides, not even just for the Saquon move. That alone should give him GM of the year. But like the defense, the pieces that he's put together, a lot of whom came from my, back-to-back Georgia Bulldog teams. I mean, you saw big plays that were made. Nolan Smith, the linebacker, got a sack. Jordan Davis, big D tackle, got a sack. Like Jalen Carter, who's a beast. They brought all these Georgia boys in and then also surrounded them with other players. Like a couple years ago, they pulled Darius Slay. They got him from Detroit and built some other players around. I mean, they have built a sneaky good defense. Really sneaky good defense.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They're usually a good defensive team. Just throughout the history of that team, they've always been a good defensive team.
And again, you got a lot of young guys on rookie contracts. That allows you the flexibility.
That's right.
Right. And then, as a second to that, I know he catches a lot of flack for not being a conventional coach, but Nick Sirianni, though, I mean, you can't lie with going to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. I mean, the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Look at you. I know you can finish brothers. But no, I mean, seriously, like the results do completely speak for themselves. And, he can seem and come across as a certain way. There was talk at one point about, whether he had lost the team or whether he was, good enough to go, but like, here we are. Right.
Right.
So he's made some questionable decisions, does some things, but at the end of the day, his group, his team under his leadership has made it all the way. So he's got to get some of the credit too.
No, of course, man.
So that's kind of like for the Eagles, like how, it's like you got what you expected out of your playmakers. Plus probably a little bit more Saquon.
Right.
But that defense is very underrated.
Absolutely. So no, I'll say congratulations to them, to the Eagles, and fly, Eagles fly. Is that the term?
You going to do the fly?
They deserved it.
Well,
they earned it.
I mean, they did.
So
because again, they just spank.
The Commanders.
Spank. It was bad.
I really hope Antonio doesn't put a graphic behind it.
Okay. Put Major Tutty in there. But no, I mean, yeah, it was bad. But no, like thing I heard consistently from all the pundits was that Washington was playing with house money anyway. They were playing with house money. I'm sure Washington didn't feel that way.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure they felt like they were like, no, we're coming in to win this thing.
Right.
But they were kind of playing with house money, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how if the game would have been different if it were Detroit, Philly. It would have been in, you know. But
we'll never find out.
But we'll never know. So yeah, so shout out to the Eagles. So now flipping over to the AFC. What were your thoughts on the game?
As always, these two teams never disappoint.
Never.
Ever. I absolutely love watching both of them play. I was hoping we can have a best of 7 series with these two teams specifically. It's beautiful, man. Every year it comes down to the wire with them.
Every year.
And every possession matters. So it's not even like you could say, I'll watch the end of it. But you kind of have to watch the whole thing to really, it's a nail biter all the way through from start to finish. And that's the beauty of it. Both quarterbacks are amazing. Unfortunately, the Bills have a curse that they're just not able to uplift. I'm sorry, but I was actually hoping the Bills would win because like you said earlier, one, I want to see them uplift the curse, right? They come close so many times and they're just this far away. And the other thing, when you said it, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. That's actually a great reason for them to win. I want to see the fans celebrate and how crazy those celebrations can possibly get. Between jumping through tables, I think they might do the wrestling type, cage jumping off double tables, triple tables.
They're on fire.
There you go, right?
Yeah, I would have loved to see the party in Buffalo.
Man, there's guys out there, you know, just skins jumping in the snow and oh my God.
Although I'm sure Philly's crazy right now.
I bet it is, but not like Buffalo. I think Buffalo's.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
the fans are a little different out there.
Well, and Philly's a little different too.
Philly is a little different.
But yeah, so no, I'm with you. I think like, and what's interesting for like we gotta start with like congrats to the Chiefs, right?
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
You can even though you may not like it, you can't just deny greatness, right? And yes, there's a lot of stuff with them and the refs and. There's been a lot of questionable things. It's hard to win 16 straight one possession games without getting a little help or a whole shit ton of luck. one of the two. I didn't really see anything questionable, especially down the stretch. There wasn't really any questionable calls. They just played really good football.
It's clutch.
Really clutch football. So I'm going to give the congratulations to them. However, we're starting to see them shift the way the Patriots did.
Right.
Where the Patriots, I used to use my wrestling terms, right? When the Patriots won those first 2 Super Bowls, they were the baby faces.
Yes.
As they were the underdogs that came out of nowhere. This 6th round guy, Tom Brady, oh my God, he led them to game-winning drive in the Super Bowl. Oh, he comes back the next year and they have this amazing game against Carolina and takes him again in the last minute, drives him down like, oh my gosh. And then
the feel me good story, right?
And then they kept winning and 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 kept winning. Like Patrick Mahomes, who has been in the AFC Championship game in every season he started, just kept winning and kept winning.
It's the LeBron
Even if they weren't winning Super Bowls, they were still dominating their division. Still always at the top of the standings. You start to move from the baby face to the heel.
Correct.
Because now, no matter how good you are, and they are damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Reid is not only is the first ballot Hall of Fame coach, he's a hell of a football coach. Like, he is legit. His team is well coached. They play well. But we don't like them because we're sick of seeing them.
Correct.
We want to see somebody else.
Correct.
That's the territory that we're in with Kansas City. Unless you're a Kansas City fan, nobody wanted to see Kansas City win that game.
Right. No, agreed. 100%. Every time I hear that or every time I think about that, Tom Brady and in this territory that Pat's now entering, I always think of one quote and one phrase from Batman. Either you die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And that's what it's becoming now. Okay?
Correct.
And Pat, soon you're not going to be loved or beloved as you were earlier on.
But honestly, like, I think he doesn't care.
No, and you shouldn't care. Did Tom
I don't think
care?
he does. Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to care. You play to win the game.
But I think also, too, like when you have that level of greatness inside you and you know you're that great because you've done it, you know, I'm him. Everybody says they're him.
Oh, no, not everybody's not him.
He's him.
Yeah, he's him. They should just change his name on the back of the jersey to him.
Patrick Him.
Yeah, that's it. Just him.
Him Mahomes.
Quotes.
Him Mahomes.
Him Mahomes.
No, like he is him.
Yes.
Like he's the definition of what that actually means.
Absolutely.
And yeah, people don't like it, which is fine.
Nobody likes too much winning.
It's
You're winning too
crazy,
much now.
Right? It's crazy. But like also too, the last three-peat in any major sport was in the NBA with the Lakers.
The Lakers, right.
So we haven't even seen a three-peat in any sport in this period of time. So they have the chance to do something historic.
They do.
And talk about, etching your name into the greatness of football history if they win another Super Bowl.
Right.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves to talk about we're going to talk about the potential Super Bowl match. So back to the Bills and Chiefs. The other thing I want to mention too, whereas I think the Chiefs are even better positioned than ever, is again, their defense. They have the best defense. Oh my goodness. Like their defense is tough. Their defense is tough. And Steve Spagnuolo, who again, another former Giant coach. I mean, he is a beast defensive coordinator. He likes to be super aggressive. He'll take a lot of risks, but that's because he trusts his players. And that's why you see them being successful a lot, right? Because he will be super, super aggressive, and he'll go. I think there was the last defensive stand. I think they went cover 0, which they fall out blitz, like two or three straight plays.
Straight plays.
Right. Yep. And then in the last play, they disguised a blitz which worked beautifully and perfect because that was the one time that it appeared like everybody was going to back off into coverage, and then all of a sudden they had this disguised blitz, and then Josh Allen had to throw it up, and
he won.
Oh my God, was it
Kincaid?
Yep, yeah, I was like, it was a Knox or Kincaid. It was Kincaid. Man, almost came up with it too.
Yeah, that's so close.
But no, their defense is tough.
Yeah, man,
tough. Again, another thing too. Even though Pat is one of the top quarterbacks, he still is underpaid for his position. So you get value there, allows you to take care of more guys. And I think Pat's in that same mindset like Tom was, right? If I could sacrifice a little bit to keep greatness around me, then I'm going to go do that because the money's going to come. And if you're the best, if you're him,
that's right. That's right.
If I sacrifice $15 million, I can't make that up in endorsements.
Exactly. Make a few appearances, some endorsements.
That's easy money.
Whatever.
That's light work.
And again, how much does he really need on top of what he already has?
And that's what I don't fully get. Why more don't do that.
Yeah, that's a great point.
But then again, you can't get mad at him when I'm sacrificing more so my teammates can get it, so I can have better teammates around me.
They're thinking legacy, right? Long-term legacy. But again, you have to be him because not everybody's fortunate enough to be in that position.
That's true.
So this is why.
How about D-Hop has a chance to get a chip?
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, man. I'm happy for him. For sure.
Texans.
Right.
And then
Arizona.
Yeah. And then the Titans.
Was it Tennessee? Yeah, Titan.
I mean,
he's jumped around a little.
And where he's jumped around have not been perennial winners.
Right.
So real happy that as a potential bookmark on his career, not saying he's going to retire or whatever, but I don't know if they have him after this season or what will happen. But either way, like this would be a nice little punctuation on his career.
No, for sure. Yeah, and he deserves it, man. Out of like as good as he is and the hard work as he puts in, man deserves it.
Where do the Bills go from here?
They go to a voodoo expert. No, I don't know.
they need to go to an exorcism.
They need to really uplift this curse, man. I feel bad, man. Josh Allen, as great as this guy is, every year it's like remember the Eastern in basketball? They called it the Eastern Conference when LeBron was running. This is what it's like with Pat. You have to go through Pat, and you just can't get through Pat. That's what's happening here. Maybe they need to find some better pieces. I don't know. Like, what more do you put around him? They went and got Amari Cooper. What more can I do? He's done it all. Maybe they need a better O-line. I don't know. But they do need to go get an exorcism, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
The defense is good? I don't know.
I don't know, but I want to get a rematch again next year. Like you said, like,
yeah, man.
Is them going up against each other. Like, I want to keep watching it.
How about if the Bills get Tyreek and now get a rematch? Ooh. That'd be nice. Talk about it. Hey, script writers, add that in there, right? Next year, Tyreek Hill traded to the Bills.
I mean,
now you go back and forth.
Tyreek has voiced his displeasure, wanting to get out.
There you go. There you go. It'd be a change of climate, literally. But I think that'd be. Talk about the storyline, though.
And the question, though, would be: Is Miami going to be willing to trade him within the division to a division rival?
That's a separate matter.
The Giants did it.
How did that work out for them?
How did that work out? I don't think anybody's ever going to do that again after the Giants.
Absolutely not.
Thank y'all for being the
guinea pig.
The guinea pig for the rest of the league.
Wow.
So, preview the Super Bowl.
Man.
Chiefs
and
Eagles, who, by the way, played 2 years ago.
Right.
Chiefs
won. You know what I noticed? The Chiefs have played, I think, 2 total teams in Super Bowls appearances. No, they played the Bucs, right?
Yeah, they lost to the Bucs.
They lost to the Bucs, right?
So
the teams they beat have been the same 2 teams that they faced twice now.
49ers and the Eagles.
Yeah. Man, I really want Saquon to win and then send that ring to the Giants.
Right. He's not going to do that. He's too professional.
Not him, but the team can do that. They're petty rivals. They can do that.
They won't. Nobody's going to do that, but it would be funny if that was a thing.
And then on the flip side, I do want to see historical greatness, right? And you become the villain now. So I'm torn, man. I'm so torn on if it was the Bills, I would have said the Bills, right? Because I just want them to get one. Just get a ring. But man, it's going to be hard to go against Pat, man. It's just hard. If he's in it, I can't go against him. He's a proven winner, right? How do you go against that? So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Ooh, you got the Chiefs.
Yeah. So, my son's favorite team. I'm gonna go with it.
So I'm still torn, and I might even change this again after this episode. Okay. I don't know.
There's 2 weeks left.
I really don't want to root for Philly. I've never liked Philly. Philly's bounced Atlanta, but back in 2004 with Vic and I've never really liked Philly.
But all your Georgia boys are there.
They got a lot of my Georgia boys, so that's like an aspect of it. I appreciate Saquon, so I wouldn't be mad at him for winning. AJ Brown's favorite player was Julio. He models himself after Julio. So I like AJ Brown. I don't like Devontae Smith because he came from Alabama.
Okay.
He hurt us many times.
He did.
Playing those Bama Georgia games. Same with Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I bet he did.
I don't like either one of them. I'm not actually one of the people that I'm kind of sick of seeing the Chiefs, but at the same time, I'm like, in this type of era, it's actually kind of crazy to think that they could 3P and potentially they could do more. On top of not only having to be consistently great, they're also relatively healthy. I mean, relatively. So that means not only are you good, but you have to dodge the injury bug. Right. And a lot of good teams don't end up making it because key guys get Detroit. They lost 3/4 of their defense. So by the time, and even in the game against Washington, they had guys go down. So you keep losing all these guys. Eventually,
it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. You can say next man up as much as you want, but if you're starting somebody who's undrafted off the practice squad who hasn't got any reps all season, and is now shoved in the divisional round, in a pivotal game, okay, well, maybe it'll all work out, but it's tough. It's a tough spot to be in.
Absolutely.
So that means they've also had to be very, very, very healthy.
Yes.
And you've seen Kelsey has rarely been out. Pat has rarely been out. They're key guys. And the thing I think that as much as I was rooting for Buffalo tonight, but as I was watching that down the stretch, I was like, their system is so good. Anybody can be the one to beat you. Right? One play, it's Pacheco gets the first down. Right. Oh, he got out of bounds. That helps the Bills. Then they came back, and out of all the playmakers that they could give the ball to, right? It was third down, right? All the playmakers they got, Kelsey, Worthy, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, D-Hop, Juju, Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown was back from injury. He hadn't played most of the season. Got all these guys you get to, but who steals the game? We gonna run all of our guys this way, and then we're gonna take Samaje Perine this way and give him the ball, and boom, first down, ice the game.
Yeah.
Like in that clutch moment, they have so many well-coached players who can beat you.
Right.
And that to me is a part. It's just like, you got to respect it. That to me, I think they're harder to hate than the Patriots were, because Andy Reid's not like as closed off as Belichick was.
Right.
He's not on the Philadelphia.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I mean, like, Andy's like the big old lovable guy.
Soft teddy bear.
So, yeah, like everybody, like, who could be mad at Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Who could hate Andy Reid?
Right.
So I think I'm going to go for Kansas City.
Okay.
Go for the greatness as well. See the 3-peat and hope that next year we get like two completely different teams that have never been there before.
That would be
like that. That's
I'm sure a lot of people would welcome that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to root for.
Maybe the Commanders.
No, how about the Falcons?
Falcons, Baltimore.
No, I would love Falcons, Baltimore.
Bro,
that would be so much fun.
Yeah. You know, I was just thinking about it. The Giants at one point had Saquon and Odell Beckham when they were in there.
Yeah.
Very gracefully, they gifted both of them.
And they could have had Saquon with Malik Neighbors.
With Malik Neighbors too.
Yep. And then potentially getting, a Cam Ward or Shador Sanders.
Well. Now,
I will say I did read an article that their GM did try to trade up for Jaden Daniels.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But neither the Patriots nor Washington would move out of their picks. And the Bears weren't going to move out of Caleb Williams.
Right.
So Jaden was locked in at number 3. So
they made the right choice.
He at least tried.
Sure.
I mean, he tried. There's nothing you can do about that. It's outside of his control.
E for effort?
I mean, had they kept him with Neighbors, wow, it was a different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
It's a much different ball game. So we both got the Chiefs. I think it's gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah.
We got, again, Chiefs have a crazy good defense. Both have great defense.
They both have great defense. Right. I feel like the best part of it is they haven't played in the regular season at all.
They have not.
So this is great. You can't go back and do a comparison. Last time they did. No, you don't know.
Like the last time were two years ago, and both of them are very different teams.
That's beautiful. The script writers did a good job.
Well, they did an okay job. But
no, the beginning part of the season, the script was very skewed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With the refs and all that. So
well, it was skewed all season. There's a lot of
questionable.
16 straight games, one possession, and you win all of them.
History.
Pure great.
No part of the luck.
So, two teams, great offense, great defense. Yeah. It's actually going to be a fun game.
I agree.
I'm actually very much looking forward to it.
Yeah,
and the good news is that it'll be stress-free because my team's not in it, so I don't got to worry about win or lose.
Every year you're stress-free, aren't you? So I'm just joking.
On that note, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to have to go handle some business here.
I'm going to leave a little early.
And we'll see y'all next time on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
Think RBA.
Peace.